having some fear of missing out lately. I can relate to that too. First thing, I want you to try and take a look at the positive aspects of your life. Think about the things that you're really happy for. I know it might seem like that's obvious, but I feel like we take a lot of things for granted. For example, yesterday I was making some food. It was late at night. I had the bright lights on and I accidentally stared into them too long. And after that, for like 30 minutes, I had like floaters in my eyes because it was like really doing a number. And I was sitting there, right? Wasn't able to read properly. And I was just thinking to myself, man, I really take for granted the fact that I can read properly, you know? And that got me thinking about like other things that we kind of take for granted. You might be asking, what does that have to do with fear of missing out? Well, fear of missing out is pretty similar to me to like grass is greener. And the thing is, a lot of the times we do have kind of like a fear that like we're not adequate compared to others. Or that, let me give you another example. You ever watch a movie, a classic movie, right? One of your favorites. Or maybe even listen to some music. And it's one of your favorite artists. It's a classic album. You look up how young they were when they put that album out there. And they're way younger than you. And then you look at yourself and you're like, wow, what have I done? What have I missed out on? Like, I'm here for a reason. So therefore, shouldn't I be, like, living my life to the fullest? I'm missing out. And, like, the thing is, those situations like that are the very, very, very rare exception to the rule. First of all, it barely ever happens. Yeah, you might have a favorite actor or actress or artist, and they had all this success when they were young. But you know, there's billions and billions and billions of people on Earth. Most people, 99.99999999999% of people won't accomplish that. And guess what? That doesn't make any of the things they do accomplish any less valid. They're not missing out. They just took a different path. And everyone's path is individualized. You can't just follow somebody else's footsteps. You literally can't. Everyone only can do something their own way. And yeah, people might talk about like nepotism and stuff like that, but even that is very rare. The majority of human beings don't have nepotism. They don't get famous and release like some amazing movie or music in their early 20s. No. And there are so many people who achieve fame or success or just happiness later in life. And you might look at your situation and think, man, like I've failed. I've completely failed. I haven't accomplished what I wanted to. Look at these people. They've done so much. Oh, they've got like a hit song. Oh, they're well known. They're famous. They've got movies and all this. They're so popular. Look at their Instagram. Scroll through and see all the places they get to go to. When you do that, you gotta understand. First of all, your situation in life is nothing to be ashamed of. You are on your own path, right? And it took me a long time to understand this myself. And I'll admit, sometimes I fall into that trap as well. But you're on your own path. And literally, nobody else will have that same path, ever. It's actually kind of cool. Every single person is unique. Would you think that wouldn't be possible with how many people there are? But no, every single of those billions of people, is a completely unique path. And these people on Instagram who post these, like this stuff, these celebrities, you see the end result, but not the build-up. The people also went through trials and tribulations, and from what I've heard, a lot of the times it's not fun. Like, let's see. You know about paparazzi, right? Things like TMZ, stuff like that. Those people won't leave people alone. You might think, oh, man, I work retail, this sucks ass, I don't like this. Or I just work at some office, I hate this, I hate my life. No. You have something stable. You have succeeded. And just because you're at one place now doesn't mean you can't have further upward momentum. And you have an advantage. You don't have to have your every move scrutinized. You don't have to be followed around and essentially like real life gang stalked by people. People talk about gang stalking and like for the most part that's a bit wacky. But when you're famous, people won't leave you alone. And here's something else that you might not know. When you become famous or notable, people you don't know will become your fans. Sometimes they get really parasocial. And they will, the most parasocial ones, will create like a fake version of you. And all that version of you is just the good parts or what they think you would be like. They invent a version of you specifically for them. It's like that Depeche Mode song, Your Own Personal Jesus. They take all the traits that they think you have, all the good aspects they think you have, and obsess over, and then they dehumanize you in that way. And when you do that to somebody, you can eventually come down on them really hard and not think about the person on the other side. And I'm sure a lot of people have been in situations like that as fans of stuff. But you have to realize, and that's what a lot of these fans of these celebrities, singers, musicians, even like Instagram posters and like influencers, they don't realize that they're dehumanizing people. And if you have a fear of missing out, why would you be scared to miss out on that? You know? Why would you be seeing that as a negative? You have people judge you in real life at face value. Coworkers, friends, and that's a good thing. And maybe, yeah, you'll be like seeing your friends on a more small scale level. You'll be like, yeah, they get to go out and do this. They get to go out and go see a movie, or they get to go on a vacation or something like that. Meh. I mean, really, everyone has to do their own thing. Some people gotta work. Some people can take a break at that time and then they go back to work later. It's not really a big deal. And I understand that people can pass away at any time, right? So you might think like, oh, well, this could be my one chance. But again, most of the time it's not. It might suck now to not be able to go and do the thing you want, but maybe that'll make it even better when you get to. And as long as you're determined, you'll be able to find a way to do it. You see a new movie, you want to go see it. Eventually you'll be able to. Even if you can't go with your friends, you can still go by yourself. You can still go with another friend group. Or maybe even you could take friends who have already seen it who want to go see it again. Or on a trip. The places that you'll drive to and take trips to won't change. So you can just go later on. You can probably even go with the same friends. They could be like a tour guide. They could show you around. Stuff like concerts. I'll give you sometimes if an artist is about to like disband or something, or let's say like a tragic event happens, like well, here's a sad one, like recently at the time of this recording, the singer Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Let's say you wanted to go see him. wanted to go see him live for his last show. You missed it. Yeah, that sucks that you weren't able to go see the show. But the thing is, there's still back catalogs of that show and every single show he did. You can still enjoy the music for the rest of your life. It's not going anywhere. There's no reason to beat yourself up or feel bad if you weren't able to go and attend an event or do something like that. Or, I know some people are very much into fashion, and so they'll be like, oh, I don't have the best shoes. I don't amount up to these people. I don't stack up to them. And then you start thinking you aren't as good as them. But that's not true. And I think when you feel that way, that you aren't as good as somebody else because you don't have something they have, it can breed, sorry about that. It can breed envy, but also it can just make you angry. And when you're angry, the world around you, not literally, but sort of figuratively, will bend to be the way that you want to perceive it. You can see glass half empty, glass half full. And I'm telling you, I'm someone who spent my entire 20s almost glass half empty. And what did it get me? Nothing. Depression. Just misery. It's not worth being like that. You have to find a way to get past these little things. The FOMO, fear of missing out. Because it's really nothing to worry about. You've got time. You've got your own story that you have to write. And you should. And one way to do that, like I said, is to not sweat the small stuff. And I know, easier said than done, but I'm sure you can do it. Doesn't matter if you're younger or older. You can not only turn your life around, but you can succeed in your own way. You just have to stop comparing yourself to other people. And yeah, like I said, I do that sometimes as well. Like I was even watching some stuff from one of my favorite actresses and actors, singers. And it's like, these people succeeded so young in life. What have I done? And it's like, well, I'm not on their same, life path, but I can do good things for myself. I can work on stuff, I can get new skills, do new things with my time, such as this. Perhaps start saving money, get a new car, stuff like that. Build myself up, and over time, reach a position where I am financially secure, where I'm happy, where I feel fulfilled in life. And I think that's the most important thing you can do. I'm sure everyone wants to have huge success, and in your own way, you can. Some of you watching probably will eventually attain some sort of notoriety or maybe even fame. I've met people who got famous. But your main goal, I feel like, shouldn't be fame or anything like that. It should be self-reliability, and also the hierarchy of needs. You want to make sure that you have a place to live, bills paid, everything like that. Build on yourself slowly and treat yourself kind of like a canvas. Become the version of you that you want to be. There's this thing called manifestation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but there was a book that came out in 2005. I was in elementary school back then. I remember this book was huge. It was called The Secret. And there was this guy called Neville Goddard, I think was his name. And he created this thing where you could, if you think about something and you direct yourself towards it, like, I'm rich. This is a example. I'm rich, and you start acting like you're rich. You start acting like you've already accomplished these goals. You start basically, I guess for lack of a better term, mentally rewiring yourself so you're operating on the level where I am rich, I do have what I want, I'm happy, and you eventually start doing it like automatically. Supposedly, according to him, this brings things towards you. This steers you towards the actual thing that you want. And according to some people, you can manifest anything. If you want a new car, you can manifest it. If you want a new relationship with something, or a relationship, you can manifest it. Some people have even done stuff like dated celebrities and manifested that. And it's like, huh? But according to a lot of people, it's real. I can't tell you if it's just mental, like reconditioning or something, where you rewire yourself and you think and sort of just kind of go towards it. But it's worked for some people. And then I know there'll be people in the comments who say that's coping, but nah. I mean, whatever gets people through the day. If it's not hurting anybody, there's nothing wrong with manifestation. And you can believe what you want, You don't have to believe in it. And if you do, all the power to you. But it is one way to direct yourself towards what you want in life. But yeah, focus on self-building, not worrying about what other people are doing or accomplishing, because they aren't you. And the more time that you spend worried about them, the less time that you spend doing anything. You're just kind of doom scrolling or just ruminating over stuff. The best way to get a foot forward is to drown out what everyone else is doing and focus on you. It's difficult, but it's doable. No more FOMO. No FOMO. It's bad. But, yeah, I don't know. It's been an interesting day. It's true. But anyways, if you're watching this, remember, don't have a fear of missing out. You're not missing out on anything. All you have to do is put yourself first and don't care what other people are doing. That's not selfish. That's probably what they did to get where they are. And if not, doesn't mean you can't still accomplish your own highest of heights. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful